I think I'm on, but I'm not sure. I can't see the video, so anyway, I'm just going to go with it. It's not showing up on my Chromebook for some reason. So anyway, I'm just going to try to refresh the page again and see if I can find it. There we go. Hey, Teresa. Nice to craft with you. Do you want to join the live, or do you want to just watch along? I'll look for your comment. And then I probably have to figure out how to add somebody to the live. And now my video's gone again. I am going to be introducing, Penny, I'm going to be introducing a new challenge that we're going to do for the month of June, and making the first week's challenge along with you. So I'll keep trying to monitor the comments as I go. But anyway, so we're going to start with a new challenge that I'm going to be doing every month for the next few months anyway. So this month, the way it's going to work is, I just have to find where my thing went. Somebody was chatting and I lost it. Sorry for being so disorganized, but hey. So every Sunday I will be going live with the following week's challenge, and you have a week to create it and post your challenges on the group page by the Monday of the following week. So there'll be a challenge for each week of the month. So for week 1, we're going to do 5 things. So the 5 things that we're going to use for this challenge are 3 brads or eyelets, a junk mail envelope, the color red, lace and trim, and wax. And you can use wax seals, you could use wax paste, you could use crayons, whatever kind of wax that you have that you could either color or use to either add texture or some kind of other feature to what you're making. So I'm going to be using, this is what I have in front of me today. So I have my 3, I'm using eyelets today, and I've got 3 different red ones that I'm going to use in my project. I have some lace that has red in it. I have a phrase. I also have a little cocktail napkin, and then I have, of course, my junk mail envelope. This one was cut down. I just used a window envelope from a junk mail envelope, and too many things going on at once. So for the challenges, anyway, I'm going to post on Sundays. I'll go live every Sunday with a video featuring the challenge for the upcoming week, to be posted by Monday of the following week. And post sneak peeks through the week as you're working, if you choose to. And then at the end of the month, there will be a draw for whoever's completed all 4 of the challenges for that month, and it will be announced on the first Tuesday after. So you'll have till Monday to get all your submissions in for the last of the 4th week. And then on the Tuesday, then following the next day on the Tuesday, after once all the submissions are posted, I will do a draw for whoever is posted and done all 4 of the challenges. So again, this week we're going to use something red, 3 brads or eyelets, a junk mail envelope, some kind of lace or trim, and wax. So I'm going to do an over the page to go on the side, an over the page piece for mine. So I'm just going to get started. I don't know how to invite anybody to the video. Anyway, so if anybody would like to join in, let me know, but I don't quite know how to do it. But anyway, and I guess I should turn the volume down on my Chromebook, because now that I've opened the full video, I can hear my voice and the voice. There we go. So I'm going to get started. This is my take on the challenge, so you can do whatever you'd like for your own. So I've taken the junk mail envelope, cut it down so I have more just the feature of the windows itself. And I've used a piece of paper from a pattern to cover the back of the envelope, the inside piece of it, and I've cut out the windows. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that onto my envelope. And if I'm a little challenged, hey, that's just me. So I'm just going to glue this piece on the back. This may end up being like a scrappy notepad by the time I'm finished with it. I'm not sure yet. So the requirements for it are to be entered into the draw are to complete all 4 weeks. They have to be posted by the Monday of the following week. So today is week 1 challenge. So you need to have your submissions for it posted in the group's main page by next Monday. I think that's the 9th. Could be wrong on the dates, but so I'm just going to stick this in. I'm using a glue stick for this part because it gives me a little bit more flexibility. And I'm good with wrinkles because most of my stuff is all vintage looking and roughed up and messy anyway. I'm distressed, so I totally missed the edge on that part. So I will cut off the excess, and then I have the base for my pocket ready to go and got glue on my window. Of course I do. So I'm just going to trim this piece down. You can trim it down with scissors, you can trim it down with a ruler, however you choose to. I'm not overly concerned if there's a little bit hanging over the edge either. So what is everybody currently working on? I am working on getting some journals ready for some markets later in the summer in my area. And as we start up summer, crafting becomes a little more difficult in my house because I have younger kids that love to play outside. So we spend a great deal of time in our backyard. They play on the swing set, they play on the trampoline, sandbox, they have all the things. So there is the first part of my over the page piece. I went a little bit better than that, maybe. Nah. So this is going to go onto a page this direction. So this will just go into a journal like this, and I'll probably use a paper clip to hold it into place. So that's what I have so far. I'm going to do, I was going to do birds for this one, but I don't think I want to do birds. And I'm going to ink on my edges just because that's me and that's what I like to do. Ink not required, and I will go over probably the edges with some decor wax that I have. It's what you would use on wood to highlight the distress edges and things like that. I bought mine at Michael's. You can get it on Amazon and all kinds of different places, and there are probably videos. There are videos, and I bought the stuff to make it. I bought decor wax, and I'm going to learn how to make my own custom colors. Once I figure that one out, maybe I'll post a video for that one as well and show you what that would look like. So there is my page ready to go. I'm actually thinking I'm going to use this maybe on the inside so it kind of peeks through. Well, it doesn't matter if it peeks through because you're not going to see it anyway, because it's going to be on one side of the page and the other part on the other side of the page. So there's my envelope. Here's my trim. I have red in my trim and I have red eyelets. So I'm going to attach this to the side, and I think I might put my brads right down the middle. I don't quite. This is just kind of gather the pieces that I want to use, and we're going to see where we go with it. So for this one, I may end up doing this part on the envelope, and then the showcase piece for underneath the window would probably be on the actual page in the journal that it's going to be attached to it when it gets to that point. So we're going to start with that for the one side. Set my eyelets. I haven't done a video in a little while, so I'm kind of, forgive me if I'm a little bit all over the place, because I haven't done one in a bit. Tulip in the middle, and I think I may have to fix my crocodile. And I don't know about anybody else, but I have used my crocodile for a very long time now, and recently found out that I was using it all backwards and all wrong. Hopefully this will set properly and end up looking still like the tulip that it's supposed to, and if not, then we're going to have to take it off. And it's not setting at all, and it's not coming off. Uh-oh. Of course, first time I've gone to do a video in quite a while. And I get stuck. There we go. So that eyelet is not going to set for me, and I don't quite understand why. Unless I have the wrong piece on this side. And that could try one more time, and if not, then I will set this eyelet at another point in time. And I very well could have been setting it backwards too. Who knows? Because like I said, I think I'm just a beginner when it comes to using my crocodile, which I've had for probably 20, 30 years. 20 years, 15 to 20 since they first came out anyway. Let me try doing it the opposite direction to see if it'll flatten. The shaped eyelet sometimes can be a little more tricky than cut out. I just had it backwards. So there is my tulip. A little crooked, but hey. That would be me. A little crooked and a little sideways anyway. Hey, Robbie. I think I had my crocodile upside down, Teresa, and that would totally be a me thing to do. So I've got two little tiny eyelets that I'm going to put down in this corner. Go 1, 2. Robbie, I know you wanted to craft with me, but I can't quite figure out how to add somebody. So we're just going to go with craft along with me as you, and work on what you want to work on. And that one was upside down because that was just upside down, and the eyelet flattened, but it's backwards. The front piece is crushed too. Oh well. I mean, I don't think the goal of crafting is perfection. I think the goal of crafting is to have things that we think are beautiful and we like to look at. And it's only paper, so if we end up losing something or end up finding something that we really don't like, it's okay to toss it and start again. Because it's only paper, and it's not like it's that we're doing a potentially multi-million-dollar painting after we passed away. And I am totally challenged today when it comes to setting eyelets, obviously. This could be why I've used it backwards for so long, because I can't get it to work the opposite direction. Anyway, we are attached. We're going to go with, yay, it works. So I will probably put some washi tape over the rough edges. I don't know why they're so... I am literally going to say, I quit with eyelets today. And I think instead of just setting them, I may have just pushed it right through the page. Nope, I didn't. So I'm going to line this part with washi tape because I can, and I don't like the way it looks right now. I need to find washi tape. We can use not fun. We'll use this one. That would kind of hide the rough edges of that eyelet. If I can separate it. And I know in quite a few of my videos that I've done, I've used the washi tape stickers, and they're really, really difficult to get off of the backing to use the sticker. I figured out a way to do it. I bought one of the dollar store cutting mats for the Cricut, the sticky mat, and I just stick the sticker on that and use a pokey tool to peel out the sticker, and then just take the backing off the thing. It sticks it all together and makes it relatively easier to take the backing off of those almost impossible stickers that we sometimes have to use. So this isn't going to perfectly cover it, but it's a junk journal, and I mean, again, perfect is not the goal. Something that we find pleasing to look at is what the goal is. And I just heard my door. My husband is on his way out the door with the kids for part of the afternoon. And I will join them outside when I'm all done this. And since this whole thing is going to be seen, it's okay to have pieces overlapping and going back to front. I don't know that no, I can't go over top of the front of the eyelets. What am I doing? Anyway, we're just going to ignore anything I have to say today and just kind of, it is what it is. So we'll just add that little piece of washi tape somewhere, because when I wrapped it around, I covered up the eyelets that were in the front. Not exactly what I wanted to do. So there is the base to the front of my envelope. I'm going to glue this down the side so the window still can be seen. I found this lace this trim at my fabric store the other day. You don't usually buy much in there because it's ridiculously expensive, but they had a good price. It was a good sale, and it was really, really pretty trim. So you may find a piece of it offered up for a Snail Mail Wednesday. So that is what this ribbon looks like. Or trim, whatever you want to call it. It's just really, really pretty. It's all embroidered. So then maybe you might find a piece of that offered up in Snail Mail. It will only shop at our local fabric store if it is a sale, because they are notoriously for being the most overpriced fabric store in the country, pretty much. So use fabric tack to attach the trim. This one's going to be a little bit simpler than some of the other pieces that we'll make, and that's okay. So I'm going to say that this is the front of this piece, and I'm going to call this part of it done. I'm going to use this on the back. This is a vintage, I think it's a cocktail napkin. It may have been used for the bottom of a wine glass, I'm not sure, but they've been in my stash forever. And it's red, and I don't have a lot of red, so we're going to use it for this part. But I think before I do that, I need to do some wax. This is actually from Michaels. It's called Craft Smart Premium Wax Metallic Finish. There's lots of different kinds of wax that you could use. You could use crayon wax. You could use wax seals for this part of the challenge. Whatever wax you have and whatever wax you are comfortable using. This, once it's wet, it actually will sit as a gilding paste, kind of. But it's been around for my craft room for a really long time. So I'm just going to kind of go in little random places all over the back of it. This one's a rose gold. And my Michaels, I think it only comes in the 3 colors. There's rose gold, there is silver, and there is gold. It just gives it that extra little dimension and sparkle sometimes. And so I guess the next time that I try to do this, I will go and figure out how to add people to a live video so you can craft along with me and we can chat. A little more. We watched some videos on how to fix this wax to be able to use it when it's all dried out. And mineral spirits, not mineral spirits, but baby oil was one of the suggestions, and vegetable glycerin, and none of those worked. They just made the wax even harder. And then I saw something that somewhere that said try water, and I used water with it, and water makes it perfect again to be able to use it. So that's what it looks like. It's got a little bit of it's got sheen to it. Yeah, you can show us up on the camera. So just a little bit of mixed media. And again, when you're doing these challenges, do whatever works for you and how your brain works and what you think is nice. There's no rules. There is rules. The only rule is to actually use the 5 things that are that are posted for this week's challenge. So this week again is 3 eyelets or brads. And if you don't have eyelets or brads and you're not comfortable using them, or you just don't have them, use buttons. Improvising is okay as long as it's close to the theme as you can get for the set of 5. So 3 eyelets or brads, the color red, lace trim, a junk mail envelope, and then completely forgot what the 5th thing is. 3 brads, red, lace, junk mail envelope, and wax. Oh boy. So I'm going to use this as the back of my piece. And because I'm not sure what this is going to go into, I'm not going to do a whole lot of embellishments on the back of it until because it'll be showing on a page. So they'll go on the side of a page. So there's the front. Oh, I really like that. That's pretty. I actually think. Wow. Okay, I like that. Kind of surprises me because it's way out of something that I would normally use. So that's what the front part of it would look like, and that's what the back part of it would look like. And then I'm actually going to use this paper, and I'm going to cut it down to put inside of the envelope and make a little scrappy notebook. Does that fit completely? Do the trim, I might not. Okay. I'm going to do it this way so the words are actually in it. And I'll use all the pieces in it. So there's those ones. I'm going to use that as the top piece for the little scrappy part of the notepad. About here. Yeah, that's about the right size. And then there's something I'm going to tear apart and use. Make sure that I have the bird on it. So I guess I am using Word.Pro. So we're going to use that piece. Go on the top. And tuck this piece in there as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can attach these to things. You can use staples, you could glue them together, you can sew across them. I'm going to actually use a staple this time. I'm going to staple these pieces together. And then I'm going to use washi tape, I think, to attach it to the page. I don't like the staple sticking at the back of the thing, because I don't want anybody to get poked, because that would be me to do that. So just a little, just a little scrappy notepad for journaling spots. So these challenges not only don't need to take very long, they don't need to, you can use up all your scraps and stuff in it. Well, that even looks pretty with the birds poking through the window. And then I'll just put a little bit of glue on the back of this and attach it. I'm not going to use washi, I'm going to use tape. Glue. And the draw for the prize is not going to be based on a judging system where it's the best looking one or the one that has the most votes. It's going to be everybody who completes all 4 of the challenges is going to be put into a draw, and I will pick the winner from that. And I'm going to actually do a poll, I think, in a bit to see what your idea of a good prize would be for something like this. It could be something that is a single stamp or 2 stamped envelope that has different ephemera pieces in it that you could use. It could be that I package up the 4 elements that are made this month, and that is the price for the month. It could be that as well. So here is the completed page, the completed journal spot, and I would use probably a paper clip to attach to the side of the page. So this one's just a little scrappy pad. So it can be attached to the page just like this, or you can even put it on the page like this, so you have the birds poking through the window, and it only sits on one side. And you again use a paper clip or a clip of some kind to attach it to your book. So it would go into a journal just like that. Or you could attach this part and make this part into a pocket, glue down the side and across the bottom and make a pocket that has a tag that would poke through, and this could flip open on the back side as a little scrappy pad as well. So there's a couple different ways that you could attach this to your page. And I think what will end up happening is that the front will end up going as a pocket this way on the page, glued down the side and across the bottom with a tag that has something featured showing through the windows. And on the back would be the flip out part, because the front's glued down, so I glue down all 3 sides, leave that attached, and then I've got a little scrappy notepad that I can use and just to create a little decor piece on the back. So let me know what you think. That's what my take on this project, on this challenge would look like. You don't have any to follow any of the rules that I used, any of the ideas that I had. You take the prompts, the color red, 3 brads or eyelets, buttons if you don't have them, wax, trim, and a junk mail envelope. And I look forward to seeing what everybody comes up with using those 5 things between now and Monday. And then on next Sunday, I will be back again with a live featuring the next set of the next piece for the challenge for this month. And it won't be 5 things this time. It's going to be something specific. So have a great day, everyone. And let me know what you think. I can't wait to see what you make. Bye for now.